Welcome back, everyone, to the CS Summit 5. We do have
Deep
Sean
baby
doing
lunges.
lunges with his child, of course. Weirder scenes have been set here, actually.
Can't skip
CS
leg
Summit
day,
before.
Trace.
That's true. Would never want to do that, or leg day, but that works out. Halvor, how are we doing over there?
I'm doing good, you know. Get to eat the chillest catering, hang with the hottest dudes at the couch.
Yeah.
And around the chicken. Some would say he's choking
He's
it.
choking the chicken now.
Yeah, no, it's just making sure it's comfortable.
Let's talk about perhaps your overall experiences here in Los Angeles thus far. Now, Sean, I know you don't live too far from here,
Indeed.
but what has really stuck out and brightened your day today?
Oh, you're talking to me and not Halvor.
Nope.
Talking to the local about
We'll
how
start
his
with you.
LA
Oh,
experience
we're
is.
going to start with me. Well, I think what's really nice right now about LA, Trace, is that we got, the warm weather where we are. We can play some basketball outside, but we can also see the snow on the mountains in the distance.
Yes, I did see that.
It's very interesting.
Are you planning a ski trip anytime soon?
I do not know how to ski.
No, you got to start somewhere, right?
I've
You just got to hit the
snowboarded.
slopes eventually.
Snowboarded quite a bit, but
Alright.
not ski.
That still
Now-
counts. I want to see skiing, like hit the slopes. I
I
guess.
think this might be a rumor, but I'm pretty sure that LA is one of those cities where you can go snowboarding and surfing in the same day. Does that sound accurate?
I don't think that's LA.
Not like LA,
greater
perhaps, but
LA area.
perhaps you can go
You
to
can
the
do
mountains
it
and
in
come back.
California.
Yeah,
I don't know where in California.
that's a much broader stroke, but
Yes.
we'll take it nonetheless.
Yes.
Yeah. Dom,
What a lifestyle.
how's your day been, Trace?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get those guys in here, really get them kind of opened up and talking to us. And
They did.
I think they're coming back, too, which is also very cool.
Yeah, they're just getting some food.
Did
Yep,
you catch
we've had
Jax's
to-
moves?
Hmm?
Did you catch his dance moves?
I did, actually.
Yeah.
Did catch that. So did the internet, because the
Yeah.
internet is forever.
Yeah, no, that's definitely going to be out there.
Sean is the next to dance.
The one
though.
thing that isn't forever are those Facebook streams that you did, which I wish were forever, but no one's
Oh.
going to be able to find those anywhere, unfortunately.
Wait, do
Never
those
happened.
VODs not
They just
exist
don't
anymore?
They
exist.
do not exist, period.
Just
I think
gone.
that might be for the better.
There was a segment where Chad and I did the Thriller
Yeah. Thriller
sort of
things.
reenactment.
Yeah.
Oh.
And to be quite frank, I'm glad. Yes, please.
Somehow something was scrubbed from the internet.
It's the
in
one
Shout out
this
thing.
day and
Facebook.
age. How
Do you
is
have
that
like
possible?
a direct line to Zuckerberg or something? Is that how it happened?
Well, in case you didn't know, in the city of Unsa, the 8th data center for Facebook is located there.
Oh,
Went to
so you just
Denmark.
like pulled a couple
I
of
just
cords?
kind of went in there on my own cognizance, got my keyboard out, got my
DM'd
Mr. Robot on.
DM'd the Zuck.
Yeah.
Hacker
said,
Man 2000?
Listen, man, I'm inside the mainframe right now, so we can go about this one of two ways, Mr. Zuck.
Mr. Zuck.
Oh, yeah.
KG, you'll see him lurking mid all half. He's actually really good at finding the timings. But in order to lurk successfully, your teammates have to have some kind of success. Taco,
Tacos-
you'll always find by A.
Yeah.
And I would like to take this time to reintroduce to the sofa a sprightly young gentleman, a French one at that.
Yeah.
And currently,
Mhm.
he goes by the alias Kenny S.
Do you think it was a missed opportunity that it didn't call himself Kenny G?
Hello?
Yeah, I suppose. Hey, man.
What was the question?
What other
Oh, yeah.
aliases would you have,
Oh,
Kenny, if it was not Kenny S?
Before Kenny, it was HU. As you can guess, I didn't have like any idea of nicknames, so I just
fair.
came up with something really like
Well,
cheater name.
well, you see, the irony in that is Sean actually did the same thing, but went for his whole name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we both like our originality.
Yeah,
I would,
it's
I would
not
say. And as I said many times, my nicknames come from the idea behind that comes from NWJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that was
Ah.
like good for anyone around Henry and his,
Yeah.
Easy
I don't
go.
think-
It did a lot for his
Yeah,
confidence,
I don't
really.
think you should tell Henry that.
Oh, he
ever
knows.
again.
he knows,
He
he
knows
knows.
far
Take
too
it
well.
back. Take it back. Say it was all a lie.
Or what you could say is something nice about Malik. Now,
Ah, yeah.
let's hear what it is that you prepared in your downtime here, Kenny.
I haven't prepared anything. I was actually wondering if you had any question, but
Okay, you're
what
going
do you
to
think
definitely
about
get
Marek?
deducted
Little
I
bit
think
of a
10%.
it's
delay
my coach.
here
I
in
think
his
he's a good
response.
coach.
It's going to
No,
come
no,
from the heart.
I think he's really great at keeping the team together and building something around it, like literally like building a proper team, which is the point of Counter-Strike. If you want to perform, I think you need to build something. So he's really good at it. He's really careful of details, and yeah, he pushes in the really good direction. And he also have a lot of knowledge. He stopped having interest in CS for a long time. He came back coaching with Envious, which was not really, I think, a really good experience for him. But afterwards, no, that's the fact, you know.
Yeah,
we know.
When you have a coach, but you don't want to be coached, you
becomes
just can't do
tough.
your job, you know. And yeah, I think afterwards he joined 3D Max.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's sick, huh?
Sorry, man. Go on.
That's alright. So yeah, 3D Max helped him a lot, and they actually performed and reached EPL, which was really good performance for them because they are like they used to be the sub top, and now they are like the top third like best team in France. They are heretics now.
Yeah.
So yeah, his experience with 3D Max was literally the one that taught him things regarding knowledge in the game, and afterwards he built. So he kept improving on it, and yeah, that makes a big difference because the envious coach is not the same than he is now.
So, like from having played with Malik way back when, obviously in a different game, you know, whether it be like whether it's mixes or whatever, your experience with him as a player, how different is he as a coach today?
Well, to be honest, I haven't played with him. I played with him once. He was testing me for a team, and he said no because
Oh, really?
yeah, I had a really bad reputation.
Okay.
Oh.
Like people thought I was cheating, and I didn't
Oh,
want
yeah.
to take that risk, you know, which he regretted. And no, I haven't played with him to be honest, so I could not say. But I think yeah, he's pretty much the same in a way that he's really perfectionist, and also he has his emotional side that he's not trying to show too much as a coach, obviously, because when he has to yell at us, he's doing it pretty well. And
Okay, so he yells the most on the team?
no, but sometimes you need to be
Who's
to
the
be pushed, you know.
Who's the
Oh.
rager on the team?
I would say
Who slams the desk the most?
we don't
who's
do
got
that.
the most
we
raw
don't,
emotion?
we don't do that because that's the kind of things Malek hates, for example. But I would say Enter and I. Yeah.
All right.
So what if like you see that clip of Glaive?
Yeah.
What if you did that?
Well, I did that so many times. Like
Yeah.
back then, when I
was
was playing
epic.
with Apex, Apex does that every
Yeah.
event. Like when he loses an event, he's like smashing the table.
Yeah.
And you know, like I was taking example on him, and we're like, okay, if he does it, maybe I can do it. You know. Oh.
That's how it spreads.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it spreads.
Oh man.
But yeah, I actually slam my table much more when I'm home than at events, literally, because yeah, that's the kind of thing they don't really accept, which is normal. But yeah, I think it's all if you want to perform at the highest level, the hardest part, and also the most important might be the mindset you have.
Yeah.
But it's also the most difficult, especially for players like me who are pretty emotional, you know. So that's a lot of work to do and a lot of things to change. You know, like treating you keep saying us like treat yourself good, because you know, like when you're in a game and you start talking shit about yourself, in your head it's not like really healthy, you know.
I mean, you went through like a lot of craziness because you were super good during the whole like betting era. Obviously, probably had like so many threats from people during that time frame, and you were so young. That had to be like super hard for you.
Yeah, I mean it's like being considered the best and not being the best. And nothing is easy. Like literally, like nothing is easy. Handling the fame and also handling when you're underperforming, both are pretty different, but both are really really hard. You know.
Well, back it up there for a second to the betting thing, because that was actually a true problem. Like there were people that
Yeah,
were
it was
making
crazy.
fake Twitter accounts with like personal details of players, talking about I'm going to come to you, I'm going to kill you. Like this is not okay. That should never be an acceptable culture, I guess, to just do that.
Oh no! Like a few days ago, there was one guy coming
was
to
freak,
me
actually. It was
and
Ryan.
wanted my grandma to die. So
That's
Really?
unbelievable, really.
Jesus. It's messed up people.
yeah, it is what it is. You know. I think it's always the same for like public personalities, and
Yeah.
you gotta deal with it. I mean, as I said yesterday, you either ignore them or you answer in the most condescending or cocky ways. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Do you feel like it's gotten at least better with the years? Like you get less of it, or is it?
Well, to be honest, I haven't. I don't really pay attention to it.
Yeah.
I rarely check my my
Your DMs
message,
and everything,
my
yeah.
DMs. For a long time, I had my DM on Twitter being disabled. Also, like on Twitter, like your tweet answers. You read your tweet answers. Like you put a tweet and you read the answers, and that's where like the toxicness comes from. You know?
Toxicity
You don't want to
seeps
read
through
those
there.
sometimes.
Also on the forums, like that, any kind of forums can have that effect too. Just saying.
It's pretty wild.
Literally, I like the voice you have on the so close to
Hello,
the
everybody, and
microphone.
welcome back to the CS Summit. My name is Trace Saranthus.
Just melting into
Of
the
course,
couch.
Yes.
Just melting away
really
here as we
like
do look at MIBR
relaxing.
versus mousesports, something that we haven't talked about in a while, and that's completely okay. MIBR finding their footing here and only frozen left in this round, but 3-0 currently. If you are watching from work, we want to thank you for joining us here at Beyond the Summit. And, well, make sure you hide your phone if your boss does come around.
I feel
Thank
like
you.
you should be telling me about the weather and then
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
But the
Partly
upcoming
tell me
clear
like a
Midnight
skies.
show.
hit from the 80s and
No, I
You're like
think
a radio
it's,
DJ.
Hey there,
It's a
Delilah.
way to cast as well, you know.
Hey there, Delilah.
What's it like in New York City, Trace?
I don't remember the rest of the song, but
All right, fair enough.
a classic nonetheless. Now, Kenny, Sean brought up an excellent point there that, you were such a young player. Obviously, those things go away with time. I guess asking you, what is something that I guess if you could go back and do it all over again, what would you do?
I don't have especially like any regrets, but what I said earlier is something I think is that loyalty is really important, and I don't have regrets because I always followed like loyalty pretty much, but it not always leads to the best choices, and I think that part of my struggle for sometimes has been obviously myself, but also the choices I made, and yeah, maybe I would have done things differently. Maybe I would have ended up in different teams, but like I'm not complaining. I think I accomplished a couple of things, and I'm intending to do more, obviously. But yeah, I think so far my career is a pretty good one. Okay, so
Did you ever see?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Pretty
Thank
damn good.
I'd
you
say
ever
it's worked out quite well for you there, sir.
Did
Thank
you
you.
ever see yourself ending up in an international team, considering how like closed off the French scene were, in that sense?
yeah, seeing how the game was going with new rosters such as FaZe, mousesports, and that kind of things. Also, really fan of traditional sports, football, soccer.
You're a big fan of that. You're a big fan of the Marseille team, right?
Oh,
I remember
well,
this,
we
actually.
lost Kenny.
That was such a wild afternoon because honestly, I wasn't very versed in understanding just how fanatical things are within football or soccer,
yeah,
whatever
they
you
are.
want to call it.
They
Rivalries.
literally are.
And we just arrive at the stadium, and you just were not a happy guy. And I understand, like you're in enemy territory.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You're probably out of your comfort
That's
zone.
exactly the thought I had. Like, okay, like DreamHack and yourself were not like aware of the things.
Well, that wasn't my
maybe.
idea. Let's just make that very transparent.
No, it's never your idea. I know.
Nope.
Chris
But
doesn't have many ideas.
it is what it is. I just did because that's the job. But
Yeah.
like deep in my heart, it was really painful. Really, really painful.
You're pre.
You see, there's
PSG.
leaders
PSG
and there's
fan.
followers,
Yeah,
Sean.
okay, there
I'm
you
a
go.
PSG fan, so I cannot be friends with.
Marseille
I'm
fans.
actually friends with.
But is it equally bad if like someone is a Lyon fan or something like that?
Lyon and Marseille started hating each other a lot, and well, it's like good teams. Like the only good teams in France are they hating each other. Like football in France is all about hate
course.
and jealousy,
Why not?
And yeah, no, it's okay. It is what it is, Like it's rivalry. There is that in every sport, I guess. But
Not
yeah,
really in
football
CS.
is really like point out.
CS doesn't really have teams that hate each other.
No, it's
Everybody's
okay.
just homies, right?
I think it's a good thing, but
But we do get that former teammate sort of rivalry thing happen
Yeah.
every now and then, right?
Yeah,
With all
yeah,
the
yeah.
roster transactions.
and also between like nationalities, like French teams, like we never really cheer for each other.
Yeah.
I think with time it got better, but at
When
some
was the
point-
last time you guys played Vitality?
Well, I don't remember.
Yeah, it's
Actually,
been a
like,
long
it's been
time,
a long
huh?
time, yeah. It's been a long time because the last time we tried to, we were about to play them, they got knocked out. So,
Got him.
but I still have like a really good relationship
Yeah.
with the players and stuff. But it's all about like wanting to be the best, in your country.
Yeah.
So whose idea was it to pick up the crazy guys?
Well, the staff management in the organization decide about it, and obviously we are super hyped about it.
Yeah.
Because Hunter and Alexa, we knew that they were like the kind of players that would change team
Yeah,
anyway after the major, and they were really really good, and they are still obviously. So yeah, that was their idea, and us the players, we obviously have like our opinion to give, and we were all really hyped about it. Even Jacks that were like, it's English, you know. But it's really nice because, like, when you play CS, especially for such a long time, it makes your education. It makes you learn a lot of things regarding like the people you hang out with, and the people you meet, and also like the fact that I learn English. That there is a lot of things you learn from being a professional gamer, and overall, I would say.
Yeah.
So I think it's always a nice opportunity to change that kind of things, like switching to international is also like gonna be no
It's
matter
a
what
life
happens.
experience, right? Like,
Yeah, it's
for
good
sure.
experience. Life
Speaking
experience.
of experiences, so I went to the G2 party, right? And
Do where?
I went to a G2 party, right? I think it was in New York, maybe.
This is like the
Oh, New
anniversary
York,
thing.
Yeah.
And, well, I'm not real entirely sure what's going on, but when I look over, I see Mr. Oslot and Mr. Kenny S stabbing a cake with a knife.
Stabbing a cake.
What?
I didn't know, like, okay, am I supposed to do this too? Is there a line? Like, what's about to
Like,
happen? you
Image
know?
of stabbing the cake. Like, are they holding the cake just full,
Holding the
full
cake?
fist,
Knife hand.
pointed
Wait.
downward?
Ruthless. Ruthless towards the cake. Literally ruthless, yeah.
Damn.
Huh.
Jeez.
Yeah, I just didn't know what was going on. I wanted some clarity on that, but never really even know how to bring that thing up. I guess here on
Don't
air
even
is the
wanna
best
be
place.
It
Part of
was
this
a pa- it was
conversation.
a-
I feel like this conversation is
It
going
was
to
a
be used in a
party,
murder trial.
It was a party. Just be yourself.
Do you stab cakes when you're still?
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm ruthless.
It's not a fruit ninja, it's a cake ninja, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah,
All right, slicing and dicing. MIBR right now, slicing and dicing a fair bit.
Yeah. Cutting them up. Mousesports.
Mousesports not having a fun time
6-0.
on Vertigo at all today.
No, and the MIBR is actually pretty good on Vertigo. We played them yesterday. I
Yeah.
didn't feel like we were like playing our A game, obviously, but they were like really annoying to play.
Yeah.
I think Taco loves this map.
Well,
seems
Taco
re-
destroyed us, yes.
Yeah, he seems so
He goes
comfortable.
A like every single round, and he's just constantly picking up into the
Yeah, look
site.
at that. There he goes. Off to A.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with Vertigo. Like a lot of
Hmm.
things happens
See
on
ya.
A at the beginning of
Yeah.
the round.
Yeah.
It's either like the T side takes ramp and win the duo, win the trades, or it's the opposite way. And yeah, that makes the map still a little bit like shaky, I would say.
Yeah. Did you like opping A more before the update or now? Because I feel like before the update, it was easier to op A.
Yeah, literally. No, I think there is more angle for
think
Opus.
so?
Actually, yeah,
Like
there
with the
is
side
more.
hallway?
There is more angles, and it's actually like harder to pick. The easiest part on the old Vertigo was to be op on T side and picking A.
Yeah.
You can pick op or whatever, because
Right
it's
eye
always like right high
yeah,
pick,
right
you
eye
know.
peaks all the way.
And like it's always like one angle,
Yeah.
angle, so it's really easy to pick. Now with short, it's a bit harder
Yeah.
because you have the pressure from the left,
Yeah.
and there is a bit more angle as well. So I think it's actually better for cities.
Ooh. So of all the rounds for mousesports to pick up, would be any round like this, obviously. Again, though, mousesports have gotten off to so many bad CT starts here.
Mike's not working for Trace right now on the couch.
Oh, finally, some time break.
We'll see if we can get him switched on.
It's okay. Oh, there we go.
There we are.
There we go.
Come back, brother.
I got you. No, it was getting kind of loud. I couldn't really hear you guys.
All
Some
right.
of those where you're like in the conversations, like,
Mayor
uh-huh.
wins these.
Oh, does he though? 'Cause
Oh, no, he doesn't win these.
Yeah,
He needed that kill.
he had a shot at winning these.
Oh.
A little bit too late.
That would have been the ace too. There was
Still.
the ace, I guess.
I had that weapon.
They have no money.
What do you feel like? What do you feel about this weapon? As
Krieg?
like, yeah,
I think it needs to be more money. I think it needs to be
Yeah.
like 33 to 3,500.
I think it needs to be raised.
Like the
Yeah.
price, yeah.
Up,
No,
yeah.
That's-
like literally like
Oh, erased.
Erased.
Erased. I thought he
Erased.
said raised.
Yeah, I thought
Erased.
it was
Raise the roof in here. My
Erased.
goodness.
To me, like the one thing that irks me a little bit is the fact that the Krieg has, isn't it does have 100% first bullet accuracy, doesn't it? When it's scoped,
That has to be so annoying, by the way. Yeah, it does.
and it doesn't with the AK, which annoys me.
Yeah. It has to be so annoying to be an opper.
Yeah, actually, because
they're just so fearless.
yeah, yesterday against Furia was annoying as fuck because you you literally hold an angle, and the guy picks you and you're dead.
Yeah.
You're dead. It's like a Nope would have picked me, I would have killed him.
Yeah.
An AK would have picked me, I would have killed him.
Actually, maybe that's the hot nerf. Like you remove 100% accuracy, like first bullet accuracy on the Krieg. But I guess that kind of just could potentially just ruin the gun
I feel like
entirely.
that would ruin it.
Or just recode the game without the Krieg, and then we're good,
That's
right,
my
Kenny?
part.
Erased.
Nah, I always thought having new things, new weapons is always good, but
They
yeah,
need
it's
to be-
overpowered. Anyway, you can keep the Krieg, but bring back the orb from before.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, do you
Oh,
want the
yes.
old op back?
There we go.
Well, I would like the old dog
movement.
back, and I can't even use it. I just thought it was more entertaining to
What
watch
about-
because it gives like oppers an additional way of playing.
What about the CZ? Do you want the old CZ back?
I don't need the CZ if I have the orb.
The combination of the two, that was a
The combination
wild
is
time.
sick, but it's when you're comfortable in close range with quickscope, for example, you don't necessarily want to get the CZ out, you know.
What was that team you were on in Go with Hearts?
Clown Mystic.
Yeah,
Oh my
Clown
God.
Mystic.
You guys feel
Sick,
old
yeah.
yet? Jesus.
that was when Kenny literally got 30 kills every single game.
Yeah, that's how it started. Yeah.
You were so ridiculous when you were on that team.
Thank you. I don't like the past, but
Yeah.
Well, I guess you didn't really have it as much in Source, but as you said, you played 1.6 as well, and that's kind of where you learned how to op.
Yeah.
Do you miss quick scoping? Like actual quick scoping?
Oh yeah.
I think the CS:GO op regarding quickscope is pretty cool. Like
Yeah, you got one today on Dust 2. The
Oh,
two
that
kills
was
at long.
wild.
Long.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
jumped
The
out.
second shot there
No,
was
I
so
think
sick.
it's okay. I think it's pretty accurate. It's much better than the quickscope from Source because there was none,
Yeah.
literally. But if it's not like a 1.6, it's okay. I think all it is right now is pretty good.
All right.
What strat? You're not gonna actually answer that.
Well,
I was gonna ask
you-
him what strat does he hate seeing the most on any map, like
Well,
as an
you
opper.
did. You've asked
if
that to
someone-
Monte already, so you might as well throw it out there.
I asked him what strat he likes the least as an opper that ops the A site, and he said like the avant-garde smokes. You know, like the one on the trash can.
Which map?
Dust
Dust 2.
2.
There's two?
oh, the barrel?
Yeah. No, the one like
No.
the Dust 2 with the railing smoke on cat, and then the
Then
one
the
on
one-
the trash cans below.
Yeah, basically the boost
Oh.
boxes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where it
Oh
drops down
yeah,
there,
underneath short.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the city boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah.
That's so
Because
annoying.
it kills you like the easiest angle because like the first angle you like there is the entry smoke
Yeah.
and on the right of the entry smoke don't take it straight in the smoke because it's not good, but a bit on the right it's always like the first angle and the easiest kill. If you get that first kill you can get the second angle, the third angle, and then you can fall back, you know.
Yeah.
But with that smoke, you actually like cut like two angles, and then you get one flashed once, and then you have no angle
Yeah,
at
you
all.
have no shots anymore. So a lot of people at home are probably wondering, this is like a question for the at-home peeps.
Okay.
When do you play anti-flash when you're opping, and when do you not? Like sometimes you'll like look into a wall and
Yeah.
you'll wait for a flash to pop and then you'll peek. What gives you that feeling?
Well, that's obviously like the area where you know that an execute can happen, such as car and Dust 2, you know,
or like if you're on like the Dust 2 catwalk or something like that.
yeah, you know that on Dust 2, like if you car, they won't literally pick you like
Yeah.
that. Like it doesn't exist.
Unless
Or
you're
it
shocked
can
sometimes
exist.
does.
Yeah, like it would make sense to do it sometimes, but it's so rare. Like it's a kind of risk you can take, literally.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you know that it's a kind of area they won't pick straight away without flashes.
Sure.
You just like look at the wall and wait for the flashes, and then you pick. But yeah, that's literally when they're gonna execute. Easy as that.
Easy peasy.
You
There
gonna
you
pay
go,
for
Trace.
these?
Maybe you can get past DMG now.
Oh, I was gonna say, are you gonna pay this man for these lessons, or?
Too late. I already threw you under the bus first.
Yeah,
Oh.
I guess so. You're not wrong there, are you? My God.
I remember Sean being an offer back then. ESWC 2012. He was
Yep.
literally one of the most like hyped players back then.
Yep.
You remember that?
Yeah, I
Way back
remember.
when. Damn.
Yeah, 2012.
Ooh.
12
Oh
or
man,
oh yeah,
my
12.
dementia right now is just Alzheimer's.
Yeah. Looking swole though.
Maybe. Okay, I see. It's okay. We already said it on air. So.
Oh, did you? Wow.
Yeah,
okay. Well,
Henry retold the story.
Henry retold the
of,
story.
Kenny absolutely destroying him.
Yeah.
I mean, for whatever confidence Henry got from knowing that Kenny got his nickname, you know, being inspired by
that's
Henry,
true.
it's completely removed
It's
now.
removed.
Yeah, let's forget about it.
And then he murdered Chad.
Balance has been restored.
Verbal
So this
assassination.
is a blowout.
It
Boys.
is, again,
This is
for mousesports. And again, they're having, well, right now they're having troubles on both bomb sites, but...
Rough day for mousesports.
But Robs is B.
Hmm?
Robs is B. You see, and they
Yeah.
play on Robs.
Ah.
Well, they did it this time. He hasn't really had... Well, I guess it's both sides have really just been battered up to this point.
Ooh.
Jesus.
See you
Natas
later, dude.
Fix is actually doing great work as a stand-in, I think.
Yeah, no, he was...
Yeah, he is.
Especially on the first day, he was rocking.
Yeah.
That's the peak you're talking about, though, Kenny. He's peeked him with the
Yeah, exactly.
And then
yeah.
there's the Krieg. Got your ass to death.
You asked me if I was raging or if I was slamming my table only when the Krieg happens. Literally, where
Understood, really.
It
It
is
is
a pretty
a
wild
slight
time.
nuisance. So if they were like getting killed by the R8, that one's also a pretty slimy feeling, you know?
Okay. Here's another question. Who is your favorite teammate ever? You can't say anyone on your current team.
Ooh.
my chim. What was the question?
Your favorite teammate ever, but you can't say anyone on your current team.
My dream chim, you mean?
No,
no,
just
no.
favorite teammate.
Who did you like playing with
my
most?
favorite teammate.
Yeah.
Ooh, Sixer.
Sixer. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Go on, tell us.
Fellow Opper.
Tell us more.
Sixer is yeah, really. It's really like pretty much like jazz, to be honest. Like really positive, like really fun. We also had like that chemistry where we are pretty much the same guys, you know. And we're
Bromance?
having fun.
Little bromance.
Yeah, literally bromance. Yeah.
Oh, Kerrigan.
Oh, big Kerrigan coming through with the deagle.
He's had a couple rounds like this today.
Didn't he? Well, he did
On
this
Dust
to
2.
G2 on Dust 2, yeah.
Ooh. What about you, Sean? Who was your best teammate?
Ooh, best teammate.
Oh, many
Probably,
options.
probably Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan
Probably
is like
Jordan.
a
Yeah.
funny guy.
Shout out Jordan Gilbert if you are watching at home.
He's probably going to FaceTime Sean right now.
Yeah. I missed his call yesterday. And he called you.
Yeah, FaceTime me.
Sorry, man.
No, it was always nice with Jordan because there was a few teammates I've had where I could yell at them and I know that they would be fine the next round, and
Yeah.
Jordan was one of those teammates.
Well, it's like having that exposure to a true traditional sense of, say, a locker room or a team
Yeah.
environment. Like if you played in school, you probably understand how to interact within that team sports environment.
Yeah.
Whereas some people just haven't.
Oh, wow.
That
How
was
did you
rough.
get that duel?
Oh my God, that's
And
so
you,
cool.
Chess, you used to be the manager of Cloud9.
Yeah.
I'm not going to admit to that. Yeah, it happened once upon a time.
Literally got food poisoning from this guy once. He served me
Yeah.
pizza. I asked him where it
That
came
is-
from.
You definitely did not get food poisoning. I'll tell
I
you where the
d-
pizza came from.
It came from the top of an iron.
The day prior, when I think you bought this one. We bought two, right?
We brought a couple slices
There
of
was
pizza.
there was a pizza.
There was
Come
some
on,
pizza.
give us some crunchy stuff.
And Trace left the pizza out overnight.
Well, we didn't
and then
really
the-
have anywhere to put it.
The next morning, we obviously don't have like a microwave or an oven in our hotel because this is back in the day where the
This
hotel
was a
just.
Gfinity, so it was like the Holiday Inn.
I wasn't
right?
gonna call
Oh,
it the
yeah.
TO, but okay. I guess they don't really hold much tournaments anymore. Okay.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
There's an iron, and apparently an iron has a very similar shape to
A
a slice of
distinct
pizza.
shape. And yeah, so sometimes you got to get resourceful.
Jesus.
You know what I was thinking about the other day is when we were in Katowice at the boot camp, and we had to wash clothes, but our dryer didn't work. So I went to the store. I went to some store in Poland, and I bought probably like 8 to 10 heaters. And just heated this room.
Oh,
So it
I
was so
remember that.
hot.
Trace had so many heaters running in our room to dry our clothes.
And it worked, but it was just
forgot
like
about this.
I had bought 8 heaters at once, and that was a challenge, man. That was a tough time.
Man, we
Had
had
clean
some
clothes.
terrible
Yeah,
ideas back
so,
then.
So if I understand properly, is that you're doing a better job now?
Probably, like if you think
this
about
job
it,
fits him a little bit
there's
better.
some things that fit a little bit better. I mean, it's like a glove either way. You look
Just
at
like
it.
out of curiosity, when you expense that, What did C9
Maybe I didn't
say?
expense it.
Okay. Oh, you perhaps took it off of your.
Perhaps we just had wet-ass clothes and we had nothing else to do. It's not like we could put it outside in the middle of the winter in Poland. Like, okay, well, I don't think that's going to work out too well for us.
Oh man.
God.
Cold, wet clothes.
Yeah, it's like
6 stanking ass dudes
I think it's
in
like
one
it's like the
house.
players, like when you're away from like 3 weeks and you're running out of underwear and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you just like expose them on the floor of the bathroom. You clean them with hands and you expose them like that.
Which player on your team does everyone not want to room with the most because they're like messy?
You can't say
Oh,
Jordan
Jax.
Story.
No, I mean I would love to be in a room with him, but my staff management doesn't allow it. I have no clue why. actually, I do. But Jax is really messy. And the funny fact about Jax is that he forgets everything. He literally forgets his phone. He leaves and he's like, "Oh, I forgot my phone." He forgets everything. It gets pretty annoying actually.
Wait, does he forget smoke lineups and stuff like that?
Huh?
Does he forget like strats and smoke lineups?
No, actually, it's
the one
okay at
thing.
that. But he's
It's
like
the out of the game
like
stuff.
out of the game. Yeah, literally, he's forgetting everything and his own stuff. Like you never forget your phone. Not
Yeah,
gonna
no,
lie.
it's just like
the
on you.
phone is the first thing you think about. Oh, it's on you. No, he forgets everything.
It's usually
just
in
like-
my hand, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
where's my phone at? I can't find it anywhere.
That happens sometimes.
Pretty
Yeah.
bad.
What's your guys' pain? What?
Sometimes that's the life we live. You're not wrong, Kenny. Anyway, MIBR 10, mousesports 2. And that's where you should have your hands on the steering wheel, ladies and gentlemen, as we drive further down the road here.
Kenny, is it really shitty playing online with your current team? Because you guys are like all over the place, right?
What do you mean all over the place? Which means we attend a lot of events?
No. Like you guys live all over the place. Like you live in Malta, right?
No, not anymore. I live in
Oh.
France now.
Oh, okay.
Back
Okay.
to France. I had too many lives, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had my girlfriend. I still have my girlfriend.
I moved from Malta. She had to go too. So
We're gonna let you just go ahead and restart that one.
No, it's because she moves with me.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I had my girlfriend, which was in Germany. I had my friends in Malta, but also my friends in France and my family in France. My job, obviously, which makes me travel like most of the time. So it's like really hard to,
Yeah.
to deal with all of those lives. So I decided to cut one.
Got one.
one of your lives had to go.
Used one of them. You still got 8 more to go, right?
Yeah.
Real dead.
3 or 4. I'm like a cat.
I was kind of expecting. So we saw like the I guess jump back from mousesports, of the getting back to their own self in the first map. This has not been very
Yeah,
inspiring.
we haven't seen them like jump back into a game yet today.
Yeah,
Typically, when teams are getting blown out like this, they kind of have a brief
Reset.
comeback, especially when they're like a team like mousesports.
Yeah, but like their Mirage was all right, obviously, but the fact that they collapse again on Vertigo, that's a little bit worrying.
Worrisome. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, he's good. Shoot first. Shoot. I believe in you. Oh,
Oh, man.
missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Rops. Familiar position for him on Vertigo.
Retaking?
Well, just, yeah.
Keeps retaking.
For division, yeah. Eventually it's going to work out,
That's not a good game now. That doesn't sound like a fun game.
It's quite the role.
If you give him enough chances, eventually, at one point, he's going to have that 1v4 retake. It's going to be glorious. All the highlights. That's
I feel
it.
like no one
Everyone's
even
going to
goes for
remember.
it. No one even goes for them anymore. The one
Yeah,
on
people are
fours.
becoming way too, I guess, smart in one sense.
Yeah,
Because
they're
they're
too
playing
smart.
the
They save their
percentages.
guns.
Yeah, you just play as a team. Like you have crossfire, you pick on contact, and that kind of things. Like those situations is impossible
Yeah.
to win.
I think we need to dumb everyone down a little bit so there's more chances of crazy stuff happening, maybe.
Kenny, what team do you hate playing against the most?
105th.
Oh, 100 Thieves?
Yeah.
Why?
I think they are not individually the best team in the world, literally, but they are really annoying to play. I don't know why. I think they. I don't know. I always feel so isolated against
Damn,
them.
you
know?
said that so fast.
That- yeah, that was
He was thinking
and
about
I
it.
would have
No,
never,
because Hunter
ever
likes
guessed that.
to ask me this question, like, what's the team you like to play against, and to play against, and yeah, 105th is really annoying to play against.
Damn.
It's just because like a team is
Much harder than
right?
Voxem, with Chad back then.
I like that.
Oh.
He is sitting back there. Didn't quite hear
He's
it. but
laying there on
we
the
can
ground.
all appreciate that. We
Emo-
all appreciated that.
I think he's trying to just like pretend like
That's
he didn't
okay.
hear it.
That also could be the case.
You
Cuts
can't kill
deep.
Chad anymore. Then he's already.
You
dead.
can't kill what's already dead.
Yeah.
exactly.
Right? What's
No,
dead
but
makes it
they
better.
have a game style. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. It's just something about it that doesn't really suit
yeah.
your playing style.
And also it's depend of the day as well. So, you know, sometimes you're like, yeah, this team fits really well.
Yeah.
I would kill them like super easily, and this day doesn't go well, you know. And the other day, like I play Astralis and I was playing good.
Yeah.
When you think that Astralis is actually really hard for an Orber, you know.
I bet too, they're kind of easy to read for you probably, because Astralis always makes like the right play, and they always use utility, so it's probably pretty easy for you to read at this point.
Well, if you take good decisions, yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to take good decisions. Yeah.
Rops in a retake situation.
Not this time around. 13-2 for MIBR in the first half. A very woesome sign here for the side of the mousesports.
This
Not
feels
easily
very
scored.
familiar.
It's alright. It's a cheap map.
Same score.
Just to warm up, we're going to be going live with the actual map, but first, we need to go to a break. Ladies and gentlemen, are you guys cool with that?
We're cool with
We
that.
cool.
All right, everybody, we're going to be going to a quick break. We come back, we do have the second half of this map.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much for staying with us here. Everybody else on the couch seems to have fucked off, so I got this one solo right now. You're not going to miss too much. It was a 13-2 first half in favour of MIBR here. I want to say thanks to Kenny and Jax for joining us, but we will be getting this one underway, and you might even get some casting out of me as Halvor, he's going to be sitting down on the mic, but it's a quick one over towards A-Ramp as mousesports. They're accelerating the pace. The trades will come in, and this one here is looking pretty good for the battered multinational roster as Halvor, take it away.
That's the first time we've seen anything positive out of them in quite some time. This has been, well, more or less a reprieve of their D2 matchup. Let's see if they can actually save some face here before it all potentially ends. Mayor left, not able to handle the stand-in on the side of mousesports, so at least a solid start, but we've seen that before as well. They kind of got...
They lost to Force Buy here, there, and everywhere, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, who knows if they're going to survive round 2 here on the second half.
It hasn't looked good for Mouse today, unfortunately. Yesterday it looked pretty good. They were like, oh yeah, NATO's in, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know Woxic couldn't make it, etc., etc. And then now, this is what we would consider shitting the bed.
Yeah, no, that's
Kenny,
fair.
you're needed. It's time to go prep. Malik says it's time to go. Sean, here you go. Take the headset back.
Do you have to hop in at a later date as well? Tomorrow or something?
Send somebody else in here, Kenny.
Like when you're done crushing your opponents?
We're trusting you to send somebody else in here to take your place.
Oh, man. No.
You know the cool thing about having the players here? I was meant to be working that game, right?
Yeah.
And it's almost over. And I get to leave after these next fucking 3 rounds or whatever. So this is bloody brilliant.
Oh!
And eloquently said.
Chad obviously having a good time.
No, I'm having lots of fun, but I can go and
Off time of sanity too.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I wanna go trim my pubes. I got a bit of stuff I gotta do. You know.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Take
You
it
wanna
away,
make-
Chris.
you
A
wanna
little bit of
make- you wanna
manscaping.
maintain the forest. but
Manscaped.
Manscape
Yeah.
those feet too, man.
My feet are delicious.
When you say delicious, do you mean like a delectable taste or
Well,
like what?
someone might want to put them in their mouth, but it won't be any of y'all. MIBR are going to be losing this one.
Very likely so.
Not the game, just the round.
Yeah.
And I'm still confident they're going to lose the round. They can get as many kills as they want, they're still going to lose the round.
2 quick 1-tabs from here. Let's go.
Not happening. I've said this so many times today, and I've been proven wrong. So it's called the anti-jinx, or the counter-jinx, or the hijinks. I
All
like
the jinxes.
Oh, where'd I put my cellular telephone device?
We're having one of those moments again.
No,
for you.
I don't know. Maybe
On the table.
Maybe yeah.
Perhaps.
That's it's not important. I don't need it right now.
Yeah.
It's just a cell phone.
Yeah.
You know. All of your personal details.
Ever since I deleted Twitter, my life's been much better. Not my
But-
account, just the application.
Yeah, I mean, let's remind people at home that you can still go on Twitter and tweet things at Chad.
If you tweet mean things, I don't even block you anymore. I just mute you so you can yell into a void of your own pity and nothingness. Anyway, MIBR taking a bit of a fuller save scenario. Taco and Man will be investing in some pistols, and Mr. Fallen with a flash. Nothing will come from this. They've got some information, but quite the passive posture from the mousesports side.
As a Vertigod, Chad, what
Yeah.
would you like to see out of MIBR on this next gun round? Any aggressions?
MP9's mid.
MP9's
That's
mid on
a
the first
Legion
gun round.
special.
I want to see 5 MP9s hard mid.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to see that. But
I do like, I wouldn't mind. So Fallen has enough for an AWP. KNG is going to be just shy. Unless he wants to. How much is he going to get?
boy.
This is going to be.
he's going to check it.
Dun it. Dun it.
Fourth round.
Okay.
He can afford
You okay,
it.
Sean?
Yeah.
He can afford, but he's gonna 100% get a glass cannon.
Yeah, so probably not worth it. I think like I really like Astralis' A ramp control that they do. So they like they send basically 4 players towards B at the start. Magus throws the smoke and then he fucks off and plays middle, I believe it is. And then they've got Zippy throwing a Molotov landing on Scaff. You've got Glaive going aggressive Scaff, peeling behind their smoke. Like he may even drop his own nades. And then he peels out top Scaff to fight behind their ramp smoke. Zippy does some flashes. It's really cool. I think it's quite nice to see.
How do they deal with that early T-side smoke?
He just drops his own smoke because then like if you just bank it off the wall, and then he can peel out the top of Scaff.
Like a deeper smoke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Backside of it.
So it like trickles
like
down,
that.
like down, yeah. And then that way they don't even that smoke is like immediately negated, right?
That's also one of those smokes that you could definitely throw a molly and extinguish that smoke somewhere incorrectly.
Yes.
Because it takes a long time to pop.
That's true.
Look at that. Chris using the little lineup that
They did
the
double
devs
up.
added.
There you go. I like this line from KNG. If you get on top of the Scaff behind him, then you get like this line, but you can be spotted, and they can get you with the boost as well. It's pretty filthy. Oh, this is going to be mid to A. I like this.
My, this is spicy.
This new corridor they added here is a must, though, I think. It's a good addition.
He can still transition over there and opt to the door, right?
Exactly.
So,
but even posturing like this, it puts such a squeeze on the defense because you can't really go aggressive on B now that you've lost sandbag control, right? So, yeah, look at him. Ooh.
Damn.
Yikes. NATO.
Johnny on the spot.
I feel so bad for these offers, man. Peeking into Kriegs like that.
Well, that's what Kenny... I remember having an interview with Kenny at some point in recent history, and he was like, yeah, I'm not even dying to other AWPers. I'm just dying to Kriegs.
Like, imagine someone holding that angle with an AK.
Yeah, they're dead.
Fallen would definitely kill that person.
He'd get away with the jiggle that he was going for, right? Like he overcommitted the peak a little bit, but you get away with that versus an AK. Unless you're versing like Hunter when he's hitting every single
Just
headshot.
like the confidence out of riflers now is just through the roof.
Do
They're
you
having the
think-
best time in ever.
But do you think that's it? The confidence that the Krieg gives you, or the inflation that the Krieg gives you with the first bullet accuracy?
I think it's a little bit of both. I definitely think the Krieg is super good, so people are willing to take fights that they would never take with an AK.
I'm in the same boat. Because like the swinging that we see on train now, like people coming wide out main and facing from E-box. Like they're not even going pop to E-box. They're going out main to E-box and fighting bomb train. Like, what are we seeing?
We didn't even take the standard op dual, I guess, T main to CT connector, right? Like
take it
they
with the
didn't even
Krieg
take
now.
that with the Krieg. Yeah, why not?
Ooh, MIBR wanting to talk this one through. They do have that saved SG in the hands of Vaco.
Vaco Taco.
We had tacos for lunch.
We did.
They were delicious.
They were. The rice as well. That came
And
with
there's Thai food up there at the moment, if anybody's interested.
peckish.
Yeah. Did we find Henry's ring yet?
No, I don't.
Did we rip apart the couch correctly?
I lifted. Well, at least we
let's
did
do
it
this now.
correctly. I'm not
during
sure.
the
but
timeout, let's rip up this couch.
yeah.
I don't think Henry ever sat over here.
He was
so-
sitting here.
Yeah, he
the
was
whole
sitting
time.
here. There's a couple of Ricolas here.
You guys got any change over there? You find any quarters or
I don't
anything?
know. It's fine.
Sadly,
It's fine as
no.
keepers. There's no ring here, so maybe it's under. He went to the prop room, right?
Yeah, I think that's where it all went wrong.
So it's probably in the prop room somewhere.
When he turned into a clown.
Wait, so he went in there as a clown, came out as a clown.
Went in there, a
proper was
rat
that?
came out of a clown.
Yes, that's
All
right.
right, guys, we're just moving the place around. Sorry for everybody.
A quick game of rat never killed anyone, right, Sean?
Oh, it did not.
Other than a couple of fucking rats, that's all I'm saying.
And a basketball.
Shout out Chuck E. Cheese one time in here, being one of the head rats.
I'm getting old, boys. I
Chuck
can't
E.
even
Cheese
bend
is
over
definitely a
anymore.
very prominent. I guess he's not really a rat. Right?
Can we have a sleepover tonight?
Maybe he's a mouse.
Pajama party?
We have
Look at
the.
all the couches we have.
With some,
That's true, actually.
what is that game called? Quiplash?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could definitely do that.
Can get in on that.
Whoa.
All right, what adjustment of MIBR going to be bringing out here is Taco up close in the alley position now.
Well, you see here, Chad, if you take a look at mousesports 613, you got to really look at the defense and the zone offense here.
The zone offense.
Well, you see here, Sean.
All right, well, Taco quite committed up into this position now, using the smoke to his advantage there. Can we do it as like David Attenborough?
I don't think I could, but we
do
can
it
try.
in the life and times of once DJ decides which. Sorry, it's Heather, isn't it? DJ's gone. Of course, it's Heather. What am I talking about?
I was ready to talk shit about DJ too.
Yeah,
that
me
kind of
too.
sucks.
Leave the man alone, dude.
Leave DJ alone.
There she is, Heather in the top right corner. Now, as you see, a wild froze in his natural habitat with the SG in hand is over the top. Carrigan.
Ah, Kerrigan.
Guardian. It's wild that we live in a world where, like, in an alternate reality,
Guardian.
the #1 casting duo in the world is Semler and Guardian.
Yeah, and then, dude,
That's an alternate reality that we live in.
that's not where it stops, though.
No.
Like, it was a TriCast.
It goes deeper. Freiburg was in there, right?
Freiburg was on the TriCast.
Yeah.
Like, that was the TriCast.
That was it.
Wait, that happened?
No, but that's
But
what...
it can and it should.
This is what we come up with, crazy concepts, and I think that would be one of them. Who do you want to see cast
So
together,
confused
Sean?
right now.
Yeah,
Sean,
it's-
if you could put any players, any casters, anybody together, what do you think would be the premier casting trio, duo? You could do a quartet.
And why is it similar? Guardian.
And Freiburg.
I want
Freiburg.
Trace
Of
and
course.
Forest.
Trace and Forest.
And let's throw in...
Give me some spice in there.
Jax.
Let's throw in
Choose wisely.
Anders.
Nice.
Because I think Anders could really derail things a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe have you guys talking about like dinosaurs?
Talk about going down the rabbit hole with
I think
Anders.
Forrest has an incredible like New Orleans accent that he could bust out. Like
Wait,
straight
really?
by
Is it
you.
any time?
Straight by
now
you,
it's all
like
I got now.
going down nigga, go crawfish boy.
Bobby
Like,
Boucher. That
he must have seen the Water Boy a couple hundred times.
Well, many times as it's played on like TBS in the past 50 years, like I can understand.
The double orbs, on the second time that we've seen them coming out here, MIBR have found 2 opening frags from the double orbs. I'll repeat it one more time. 2 opening kills from the double orb setup of Fallen and KNG, ladies and gentlemen.
Spectacular scenes here, Chad. Where's that David Attenborough you promised?
Yeah, I'm not British enough, actually. Of
Yeah.
course.
Wait, did Alex do that today?
Did he?
No, did he?
I don't know.
'Cause he said he was saving it for today.
Oh, no, I didn't hear him do it.
Wow, it's meant to do like a documentary or nature documentary-esque commentary
Nature
around. Yeah.
Interesting.
So how is he?
Round number 14 now, about to cascade onto the scoreboard of MIBR here.
Frozen's got this in the bag. Can't believe you guys are sleeping on Frozen.
Damn, I'm in the town where I can sleep on Cloud9.
You can.
And I will. I wonder if they got any Cloud9 merch.
Here?
Production, if you got any Cloud9
Yeah.
merch tomorrow, I would like to be sleeping on it.
LD had a Cloud9 shirt on yesterday.
Did he?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Hmm.
there you go.
So,
This is where things get
In
interesting.
Star Ladder, right? So for those people who watched Belek,
First of all, we're sorry.
okay.
whoa.
No, well,
I'm just
hold
kidding.
up a second. That was some
If
of
you're a
our
Cloud9 fan.
some of our best work.
That was some.
That was Sean.
That was some
S-E-A-N.
excellent work that we put on.
Yeah, toot your own horn, guys.
I
Good job.
stabbed a crocodile.
Yeah.
I saw that.
That entire desk had a different feel to it.
It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
there.
I was digging it.
Yeah, it was unusual.
Yeah, we were thinking a lot about sketches
The whole
behind
time.
scenes.
I invested a lot of money in gags that more than I normally would for a Friday
Purchases
night,
were
but,
made.
there was a pillow. There was I guess they did embroidery and printing and that kind of stuff, and we wanted to get the Cloud9 logo printed onto to one of the pillows. Instead, I just went to like Jane and said, "Hey Jane, can we print out an actual Cloud9 logo?" And then brought a pillow from my hotel room and taped it on.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good, but I think it did the job.
I think that
It
lands.
did the job.
I think you did great, man.
Got Crocodile Dundee quotes coming out of you.
Crikey.
That's not enough.
Man with 20 kills to his name.
He's been
Ooh, that's a gap. Oh, that's filthy.
That's
Sweaty.
There we are.
You love it. And we can hear him yelling as well.
Yeah.
You can hear him outside too because the windows are open.
Is it dark outside now?
Oh, yeah. Sun's gone away from.
It's real dark outside.
Fuck.
And ever since that football,
I've been showing you guys how to kick the ball like an Aussie rules footy.
Yeah, to me, that feels
Translation?
more natural than throwing like an American
The
football.
pigskin, yeah. Getting the spirals going.
listen,
You know, I reckon it'd probably throw a pretty good spiral. Nitro.
yeah,
Oh,
probably.
it's
Nitro.
got
Oh,
the
yeah.
arms for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, he would be a good shot.
Feels like it comes from that part of the world as well,
Yep.
where they like play a lot of football.
Indeed. So did Trace.
Yeah.
But so
I
did
don't know
Sean.
what
but I don't
happened.
know
Boy.
why. Listen,
Well-
guys, I was a walk-on for the
Listen.
For the Packers, right?
I walked on for the Bears one season. Well,
Well, I mean, the Bears, pretty much everyone could have done that at some point.
ever since the knee pains and the chronic erections, I had to back out. And
No,
sort
but
of-
seriously, if you guys haven't tried Viagra for fun, you should.
Whoa, that's not what I said exactly.
Let's not endorse that.
That was not me. In fact, that was
Chad,
Henry
that's,
Greer.
that's a
H-N-E-R-Y. Yes, that is the broadcaster of the year. That's right.
Well, this one's over.
Yeah, it really is.
So mousesports won a map, but then the 3 maps that they lost, they only were able to put, what was that? 12
Five
rounds
rounds.
over
Yeah.
12 rounds over
That's
3
it.
maps.
That's a yikes.
What's that? Is it like it sucks to suck, right? Like that's the one.
But yesterday they looked really good, right?
So I think they've lost 3 maps of Vertigo now.
And they-
Unfortunately
they
for
picked it
them,
every
they've
time.
picked it every time.
yeah.
Because they did the vetoes before the event.
I love it.
Is this like yeah.
And
Do
they
you
have a
think there's a
stand-in.
regret in the mouse sports
No,
camp right
No
no such
regrets.
thing as regret.
No regrets.
no
Oh.
regrets.
Oh, the
ever.
barrel.
gun
Sees
tip.
the barrel.
Oh. Aw.
Felt I would have milked a bit more out of that one. But he is on 16 HP. It is the last
Yeah,
round
he's
of the game.
he's got to leg it.
And the bomb is down, so maybe not.
It's OV.
Can you smell it?
OVER?
What?
I thought you said, can you spell it?
Can you smell what the Rups is cooking?
Not cooking, perhaps, but maybe a slight stew.
Maybe sauteing.
Maybe some roadkill.
Yeah. So MIBR pick up 1 win and 1 loss. They split the series 1-1.
Which
and,
is-
that's
They
good.
needed that.
That's good for OG as
Yeah,
well, though, right?
super good for OG.
Yeah.
Now I guess now it's more on themselves, right?
Yeah, well, OG have an opportunity to still make it through. There's still a lot of games of Counter-Strike to be played tomorrow, and there's one more series to be played today.
Yeah.
Potentially
Well,
tiebreakers tomorrow too.
It's full-on
Yes.
Brazilian,
Mm.
full-on Brazilian battle.
Yeah,
to,
now,
to
right?
end the day.
MIBR Furia,
Mhm.
and Furia with Gary standing in, the coach, who had a nice
Who's
little
actually
1v2.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Not
doing
bad.
stuff.
Well, we asked him yesterday when he jumped on the mic, we're like, you playing much? And he's like,
Nah. He was just no.
Oh, all right. I guess I would say no, too.
Yeah.
You know,
Regardless,
because
even if
if
it
you
was
come
true?
in, like let's say he dropped 30, and we
Yeah.
came in asking the question, you'd still say no. Why
Yeah,
would
you
say
wouldn't be
yes?
like, yeah, I've been grinding matchmaking 100 hours a
Yeah.
week. You'd be like,
Okay.
So you're not actually coaching the team? Like, what do you- what?
This is all up in their junk.
None of the players have come this way just yet.
no,
but
the
that
MIBR
could
just
change.
noped right out. Well, Taco's here.
Zeus looked
no,
at
that's
us.
Zeus, yeah.
Ah!
He's looking at us.
Zeus.
Oh, that's
Zeus.
What? He's coming.
Oh,
Here
yeah.
he comes.
Made eye contact.
Or he got told to.
Okay.
Where are you going?
that could
Jump
be-
here.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Hey, we're
friend.
doing well.
man?
Hello. What is up?
Your guys' Vertigo is looking pretty good.
Little
yeah,
bit better,
Seen it a
right?
few times.
Better than Mirage, at least, that's for sure.
Yeah, that didn't go too well.
Not bad. Either our Vertigo look good or theirs sucked. I don't know.
No, I think it's looked good. I can't remember. What was the other event that I've seen you guys play Vertigo? ECS.
ECS,
You guys
yeah.
have a strong default.
We do. We're starting to get better, but every
Yeah.
time it seems that every time we're out of the country, they update Vertigos. Then we have to play once or twice without knowing what's going on. But
Catch up to speed.
still
Yeah.
feeling good. Could you guys hear the yelling over there?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we did.
That was
And
the
the
end of
windows
it.
are open in one of the rooms, so somebody's just yelling, and you can hear it outside.
Was it in
Like,
Portuguese
whoa.
or English?
I couldn't tell.
That's what.
Yeah, I couldn't tell at all actually.
That's
No- noises.
That's the best thing about this summit kind of vibe. We just get to remember a little bit of like 1.6 days, get to yelling, and have a little
Yeah,
bit
across the
trash
house.
talking.
Oh,
shit
can you
talking.
hear the other team?
Oh yeah, me and Regin were just going at it. He's
Oh,
like, he's
wow.
like, hey, MIBR, hello, Caralho, and I'm like, I can't hear you, mousesports. You haven't come back from break yet.
Oh,
Well, is it? Well, is this going to
Spicy.
continue? Because your next matchup is versus Furia.
If they yell, I'll yell back. Hell yeah.
Oh, you're not going to start it?
They don't have anyone
he
to
started
yell.
it today. Today I'm in a good mood. If they started, I'll just sit back
Okay,
down.
fair enough.
He's holding back, saving all the gold.
Exactly. It's still group stage. We got to take it
Yeah.
easy, go step by step.
Maybe if we were lucky, we could get production to put a microphone in there and then catch all of the
Ooh.
have the black box of recordings there of you guys.
It is Summit, so I think we can say whatever we want, right?
I mean, yeah, we've been kind of doing that. Chad.
I've been very liberal with my C words. I got in trouble for one of
Little
them
bit
earlier,
too
but we're
liberal
looking good. We're looking good.
It's the Australian C word. It doesn't count.
That's what I
Yeah.
said.
It's like
right?
dude. It's
It's
the equivalent
different,
of dude.
exactly.
Yeah, I had to explain to them that it's a whole different vibe out here, so it's fine. We can do anything, I guess.
Yeah.
I've been throwing the baby around.
Yeah.
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 Literally been
There's a
throwing.
baby.
There's
throwing
a child
baby.
on the floor.
There's a child.
There he is, my yelling partner.
Like, what is he doing here?
What does he do?
Do you want to? Here, you sit down.
Yeah.
So
This is the winner's table.
now let's
Whoa.
let's get to
You
something
just
right here.
you just won a big tournament, giving you a freebie right there.
Okay.
How would you rate the shouting match you guys just had?
I'll say we won.
Map
We got a
one.
little quiet on Vertigo, but
So
So it's like a
What-
1-1 split in
Yeah,
maps,
I
but
would
you
guess that.
won the emotional battle.
yeah, for sure.
I felt bad for them. The way they were playing that Vertigo, I didn't need to yell.
Oh, all right.
Well,
You know I love it, bro.
shots fired, bro.
Keeping it going after the game is ended as well.
Of course.
It's healthy. This is a good competitive spirit, I think.
I
Obviously,
have a feeling we'll be facing off still later in the tournament, so it's good to build it up already from now. We have a few days to get it going, right?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, like, it's a lot of days, a lot of maps, so.
How
It's
many
gonna be
more
okay.
matches do you guys have left?
2, right?
2, I
Two.
guess. Against Fury, I know.
I think they only have 1.
Yeah, but I mean, like, two,
Like one-
two
yeah,
maps.
two
So
maps.
tomorrow they
Two
have
maps,
one series,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, we still have 3 series left.
Oh, it's
Whoa.
good. Oh,
That's you.
I guess
Playing a lot
one-
of CS.
2 tomorrow, yeah.
It's good. Sometimes it's nice to play CS. I miss it.
You ever miss standing in?
yeah, every now and then you get to
No,
play.
not at all. That is a hell of a pressure to put on.
Really?
Hey, have fun playing the major. You're only subbing in for Cold Zero. Not the best of times, but it's still fun. I mean, I got to represent the country. It was fun.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Valve,
dope.
why didn't you give me stickers, man? That's just
It's rude, man.
That
it
is.
is. I
that
played
is
2
pretty
majors
rude.
now, 0 stickers. Kind of sad about it.
That's
Yeah,
man.
Sad Zeus.
I
Which
mean,
that
for
should
me,
be a
I would
thing.
buy it if you were a sticker. I was just saying.
It would be rare.
Yeah, it would.
Souvenir drop is just there. You are. Wow.
Would you be ready to jump in if you had to stand in at the major?
No
for a rest?
chance.
No chance. What
I mean, like,
what did you
that will be
actually,
like Robin breaking his arm or something. That, like, there's literally no one to put in. Then I would do it, of course. But
Yeah, but like, okay, so you play back like with C play, etc. Like in 2012, 13. Like, when did you like fully stop playing Counter Strike in that
Like, what-
sense?
again, sorry.
When did you like fully stop playing Counter Strike in that?
I
sense?
think like when it really exploded, like with salary wise and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
15?
tried to go back in.
Yeah.
But it's like I couldn't compete with all those playing full time and stuff like that. Like I had a job and at school and stuff like that, so I just kind of gave up on it. So around 15 or something, I think.
Okay. Well, how early did you set your mind to like, okay, I could coach then?
It's actually by accident because Glaive wrote me if I want to try and coach them. It's like, yeah, I can try it. But back then it was like quite new.
Yeah.
It's back in Copenhagen Wolves.
That's probably back when coaches could talk the entire.
It was.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could, no, you couldn't
The
talk
gold
during
days.
the game.
Dude, I
like you
love
could
it.
talk during freeze time and
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But the rules weren't really set and yeah.
And I guess it was 90% online games as well, so nobody could really control you if you
Yeah.
actually
Yeah,
just
for
talk the
sure.
entire time.
I mean, I really like the idea like that coach is kind of the caller. Like
Yep.
I think it was NIP who tried it.
Oh,
Yeah, with
Noel.
Yeah.
Navi tried to get that
in
going.
Starks,
It
right?
was like
Yeah,
changed
and
a
then-
week later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, that was some horrible
Like
time.
I think it could be really cool because then you can have like 5 players who's like really on point
Yeah.
and not think about it. So yeah.
All right.
Something for the
it was a
future,
fun time. Like when it was a bit overpowered when we could talk all the time. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. The stages would rumble, shit was going on. You're like, okay, do I say something or no?
I think they're B guys.
There
That's
would
true,
even
huh?
be.
You have so much info.
It was like as much as they tried it. Like MLG, I remember was the best one where they had like white noise directly directed at us and everything like that. So it really
Yeah.
blocked it out for that major. It was one of the first.
Yeah.
But everything before that, I remember like Katowice, they had this huge stage and like they
Yeah.
tried to soundproof it. Didn't work. Anything going through, like the arena, Navi lost,
Yeah.
and the arena was kind of empty, and we could still get a lot of tells from like what the crowd was doing. It
Damn.
was really insane back
So, what do you you guys feel about player boosts?
then. Player boost?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
boosts.
Soundproof boost.
Soundproof.
Oh, I mean, I get what they're saying about the interaction with the crowd,
Sure.
so I kind of like it. I think that my personal opinion would be they should try that MLG setup where it's
Yeah.
like you have the white noise directed at you. It's some kind of different speaker.
Yeah.
And they keep with the helicopter headset and the white noise inside. So like a double layer of white noise, I think, would control. Because even back then in that MLG major, it was really good, the soundproofing. And that like we were right
Yeah.
in front of the crowd, couldn't hear anything.
I mean, like I think like you're actually kind of missing out a little bit if you cannot hear the crowd. I think it's just a matter of time until you have like these kind of split crowds. So it doesn't really matter like if one side is going crazy because the other side we're just gonna cancel it out kind of. I feel like it's a work in progress, but of course like right now as it is right now, we felt it in Pro League when we played Astralis, like when 90% is against you. But I feel like that's kind of part of the game right now. But yeah,
well, look at the other side of it too. Like, look at the fact that you're in-house. If you have an observer, if you have someone showing the game, say the organizer shows it a certain way, they could show it a different way too. It doesn't necessarily have to be a crosshair on a guy. And there he is on the other side of the wall. There's a massive stack. Perhaps you show like an aerial view or something different. I don't think the crowd would react the same as they do, like what we saw in Unza.
I mean, like also just
the player actually
X-ray.
fishing for
where
the
he like
information.
fishing over, looking,
just
traversing.
Oh, is it here? No, here. Oh, okay. I mean,
It's
like
hot and cold, you know.
Yeah, but it's also like kind of the X-ray and like how they choose to observe the match and stuff. I think that could also be improved, but in the end, I think it's just about the culture and the fans, and
there is that too.
I think it's gonna be okay in the later stages because I think like if you completely isolate the players, they're gonna miss out. And like in either case, like the bass from the speakers, when you throw a nade, you can always hear that. Like
I remember some tournament organizer tried this where they had like for 95% of the match there was like a 5-second delay or something like that, and only during the final round they'd put it live so you could see the player reacting when they won on stage, but throughout you wouldn't get as many like tells. Someone tried that, I think. I don't know why they didn't move forward. They probably had their reasons for it.
It sounds like a hell, but
because I remember that being like a
crazy
real
production thing.
Yeah, I remember like TOs every time that like delays or like sound delays and stuff like that is mentioned to anyone who's related to a TO, they just like shudder. They hate that idea because of the disconnect you get with the people watching. And it's like all the following or like issues that follow with it. It just becomes a complete mess for them. So I can see. As an experiment, like it's worthwhile trying, but making it work like repeatedly, that
like
seems really tough.
When you mention it like that, it would for the spectator experience, it would be kind of sucky for it to be off sync with like the cheering with what's actually going on.
Especially that super hype around, and then you see like one guy just like getting up like that and just nothing
crowd
around, and then 5 seconds later,
you're buying in the next round. It's like okay, cool.
What's the size of the stadium for the next major? Do you know like where it is?
I know it was used during the Olympics. I think like 2007, 6, something like this, and it's an 18,000 seater, but I don't think they're using it for that.
Yeah, they could never really do that.
It's gonna be
they have to like block off some of it.
I know Carmack was using that. He needed a roof stadium, but we have a roof stadium in Brazil in Curitiba which fits 45,000. That would have been a nice gamble to have.
Oh damn!
That's a lot of folks.
That's a lot of people.
And I truly believe it would sell out like within one day.
That's wild.
Just how because you get all of South America coming up. It's not just Brazil. And
I would hate to play these guys.
You're gonna be slightly underdog.
Of course, we're like pulling it to our side. It would be amazing to have 40,000 Brazilians screaming for us. But I mean, look at
it. Also puts
imagine
like a lot
if
of pressure
we have a blessed kind of event where we're going badly. Holy God! Wouldn't that be awful?
The Rio major is already sold out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got sold out in 60 minutes. I think it was.
Was it?
I think like the first batch or the biggest batch.
Yeah, it was like a batch of tickets. I don't think
they're doing gradual drops.
Like there's like 3 batches, like one third now. And and there's like 1 hour is completely sold out.
Damn.
It's pretty nutty, man. It's
the
pretty cool
amount of messages
I'm
getting. Please sell me a ticket is insane, guys. I don't have ticket. Gente, não tenho ingresso de desculpa.
Maybe they actually have to like expand
those
to the
tickets
other
that you tried to sell me earlier.
Don't do that to me, Sean. Come on.
If it makes you feel any better, Sean, he gave them to me for free. And on that note, I think you have a matchup to get ready for, right?
Yes, we do, boys.
So let's do that. Let's go to a quick break. We come back. We do have the last maps of the day. We have the last 2.
Matchup.
Yeah. MIBR Furia. We'll be right back after this.
Peace.